what you need, yeah. Man, I got it, wow.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Box Seats. This is a show we talk about sports with comedians, and we got a lot of them on today, hopefully. And we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So let's jump in first. Let me see what my man Howie Bell is talking about. Howie, what's happening, bro? How you doing?
Frank, what's up, brother? What's happening, man?
Nothing much, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining the show, man. Greatly appreciate that. Let me see what my man Mo is doing. Mo, how you doing, sir? How's everything?
Y'all do know the Knicks won the championship, right?
We do.
I didn't hear that. Did you hear that, Howie? I didn't hear that.
I heard about it.
I ain't hear about it. But it's good to know. It's good to know. All right, so while we wait for everybody else to come on, man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. And of course, today's I call it the LeBron Day. We're going to talk about the LeBron situation in a second. Howie, we got a couple other things I want to talk about real first while we wait for the guys to come in. I'm going to put you up here first, Howie, because I looked at the news feed today. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it, but the Supreme Court made a ruling today. They upheld the state laws barring transgender girls and women from playing on school athletic teams, and another setback for transgender people. The court's 6-justice conservative majority, which has repeatedly ruled against transgender Americans in the past year, ruled that state bans in Idaho and West Virginia don't violate the Constitution. The court unanimously agreed that barring transgender girls and women who also doesn't run afoul of the federal law known as Title IX, which prohibits sex discrimination in education. How that basically means that they are saying that boys who want to be girls can't play in girls' sports. You know what I mean? For those of you sitting at home a little bit confused, that's what they're saying. So there's going to be they don't want that, and they don't think it's fair to the other girls. And this is one time I have to agree with them. I mean, I don't think it's fair to the other girls either. You know what I mean? So, but that's just my opinion, and I ain't trying to ruffle no feathers. But Howie, that's the way I feel. How you feel, Howie?
Man, I'm right there with you, brother. Thank you, Supreme Court.
Right.
Finally, something they did that made sense. I mean, it's been a lot going on. I know the Republicans probably feel like that's a win for them, but this is a win for everybody. You know what I mean? And basic standards in humanity, man. Like, listen, transgenders, they're gonna have to create something for them to play. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to create that. They can't force that into normal sports with boys and girls. They cannot do it, man. I'm sorry, and I feel for people in the transgender community. I'm not insensitive to athletes that want to, that are transgender at all. I'm not insensitive to that, but they got to create a league for y'all, man. They got to do something to where it's not disruptive like it was. They got to do something. Just like they got, and no, not trying to be funny, but they got the Special Olympics. You know what I'm saying? For a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because those people, athletes, but they can't compete, you know what I'm saying, with regular Olympians. Man, they have to create something, for them.
I agree with everything you just said. All right, let me give some time to Mo. Mo, what's your take on this?
If you was born a boy, you should play with the boys, no matter if you want to be a girl or not. Your sexual preference is none of our business. Who you decide to lay down with is none of our business. But when it comes to being fair in sports and physical competition, you have a certain edge. And I don't know why would somebody want to do that. It's like it's cheating. It's like Joanna Man all over again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great point. Mo, you batting 1,000, Mo, the last day and a half.
You put them glasses back on. Transform. Get these glasses.
Mo turned the Clark Kent.
New York Knicks, the Knickerbockers.
Yeah. What's this world coming to? I don't understand.
The Knicks win and everything else is opened up. You know what I mean?
I don't know what the world's coming to.
If the Knicks can do it, I can do it.
There it is. All right, so in other news that before LeBron, we want to talk about LeBron. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see this, but Serena Williams made another debut at Wimbledon today. Serena was defeated by Maya Joint, and she ends the 11-match losing streak. Maya was on 11-match losing streak. She defeated Serena 6-3, 6-7, 6-3. And it was a win for Serena Williams. And Maya Joint stole the show on Tuesday with all the attention on Serena. Everybody was like, "Oh, who's this lady Maya Joint?" You know what I mean? So, Howie, what's your take on Serena coming back, and then when she came back, she lost? What's your take on that?
Man, it's still good for tennis. I mean, like you said, look, they eyes on mine now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a win for tennis, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though she lost, it was good for her to come back. And I think she can play again. I think she's playing the doubles or something with her sister coming up again.
Yeah, she is. She's playing again.
Or something. So she's not all the way out of it, but she did lose that was singles or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she lost in the first round. So it was maybe a little embarrassing for her individually to get bumped out so quick. But she is older, you know what I'm saying, playing against younger, you know what I'm saying.
She did have children, so she's not. Yeah.
She had children, man. So for her to get out there and compete, it's still honorable, it's still noble. You know what I'm saying? We ain't taking nothing away from her. You know what I'm saying? But there's some young guns out here in all sports, man, that are really good now. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna be an older athlete, you gotta really, really be good.
Mo, what's your take?
My take is, you know what? A loss for Serena might be a win for her. Because now she see what she needs to correct. You know what I'm saying? It's, it doesn't mean you just go, because you come back and you won the GOAT, if not the GOAT of all women's tennis, means you're just going to jump back to where you at. You got to pick up, and try to get back in that groove again. No matter how simulation you do, it ain't going to compare to the real thing. So just because she lost, it's just like when we go on stage. You know what I'm saying? We ain't been on stage in a while. So we say, okay, this didn't work, that didn't work, and you're more prepared for the next time you go out. That's what she might be doing.
It must be the glasses, Mo. It must be the glasses. It must be the glasses. That's another good take. You're right, though, Mo. You're right. My man Jason Hayes, filmmaker, has joined the show. Jay, how you doing, sir? How's everything?
All good.
All right. So, Jay, we talking about Serena Williams, man, before we jump into the LeBron James situation, man. She got defeated today. But Mo made an excellent point. Even though she lost, it's a win. You know what I mean? And I was like, that's an excellent point. What's your take on this, Jay?
I agree with Mo because since she was granted, a special exemption, I'm guessing that came along with a bag.
Yes, it did.
You know what I'm saying? Just to show up and do whatever. And I'm pretty sure she's like, if the money gonna be the same whether I win today or lose today, I don't think she was terribly motivated to win that thing, man.
But also, I think it should be noted, like nothing that Mo said too, is when there's a law, meaning that I think she brought a lot more eyeballs to tennis that weren't watching. You know what I mean? And I think that's the win for her and for tennis, because a lot of people weren't watching women tennis like that. But I'm willing to bet, I bet my left pinky toe that a lot of eyeballs tuned in today more than they had seen in a while since she last played when she tuned in to step on that court today. You know what I mean? Advertising.
And that's why it came with a bag, because they knew this.
Yeah, 100%. All right, now it's time to talk about the biggest news of the day, man. I think nobody here is shocked. Nobody's got it. Nobody's shocked. LeBron James announced early this morning, around 10 o'clock this morning, Howie Bell, that he decides he's not going to return to the Los Angeles Lakers. And I've been listening to all kinds of speculations today, Howie, on people are saying where he's going to go. We're going to jump into that first. But Howie, I want to ask you, we're going to jump into that in a second. I want to ask you, how shocked, in awe, or did you think LeBron should have retired a Laker? Where was your level of shock on this LeBron James news?
I'm about as shocked as a prostitute having crabs. Not shocked at all. You know what I'm saying?
It would not be surprising. It would not be surprising.
No, not at all. I knew this was coming, just like I knew this bitch would have had crabs. But, if I had four teams, are we there yet? 4 teams? Or are we just talking about?
Just talk about that. I'm gonna circle back. We're gonna talk about the team.
Okay, so the decision, them deciding not to go to LA, return to LA. I knew that was going to happen, obviously. And so now it's just about where he's going to go. So right. How much he got left in the tank. You know what I'm saying? So, and how much money is he willing to cut too? So it's a lot going on with this. Him not coming back to LA. Maybe they didn't want to pay him. You know what I'm saying? What he wanted to get paid, or he didn't think the situation was going to lead him to another championship.
Okay, so let me ask you, Mo. What's your take, a level of shockness? I mean, did you expect him to stay with the Lakers? Did you expect him to leave? What was your take when you heard the news today?
Well, I didn't know what to expect, but now that he left, and you were saying about him, should he retire a Laker? I think his record as a Laker would allow him to retire as a Laker because he wouldn't be mentioned amongst the all-star Laker greats, Kobe, Magic, Kareem, Shaq, because that's where he wants to be at. He only bought one ring, and a lot of people don't consider it a legit ring. I'm not going against you, JD. I'm just saying what the world says, So maybe he has people in his circle like, look, if you retire a Laker, you're not going to be considered one of the great Lakers. You need to just bounce out, take the L, and go see where you can get a win somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Another great point, Mo. You bat 1,000. Jay, what's your take on this, man? Were your thoughts at when you heard the news about LeBron decide not to return to the Lakers?
Well, first, I'm gonna say to Mo, the world that says that are two things: a LeBron hater and their team didn't win it. Because if the Knicks had won that thing, y'all been like, man, they tore it up. Anybody else seen? They've been celebrating. I'm not shocked. Because once they decided to tell that man last season, you the third option behind Luka and behind Austin Reeves, and then that man went off in the playoffs and carried them into a whole other round without either one of them dudes, the writing was on the wall at that point. Because he's like, how am I playing third fiddle to two dudes that I'm better than still? But the smart money, if you go by convention, says you go with the younger players. Neither one of those dudes can hold me under 25 right now. I'm telling you. Austin Reeves nor Luka can hold me under 25. So they ain't going far. So they paid those dudes. But most importantly, as I said often, Bron don't give discounts. And he for sure ain't giving discounts to a team that's already, kind of done him dirty, in the press and all this other stuff. So I'm not surprised at all.
My man, comedian Damian Jones has joined the show. D. Jones, before we jump into the teams about where we think he's going to go, we first talking about LeBron James decided not to return to the Lakers. What's your thoughts and your reaction about when you heard this news?
Jordan never been a third option. That's the first thing that came to my mind. He might have been second in James Worthy.
That's easy to do, when you drafting Kwame Brown to play in front of you.
Well, hey.
All you gotta do is draft terrible players. You always gonna be the best player.
That's true. That is true. I mean, the writing was on the wall, man. LeBron want to go play. He been wanting to play with Steph since Steph was a boy. You know what I'm saying? So that's who we gonna see tomorrow. Okay, it's gonna be Golden State, LeBron, and Steph, and maybe AD, man.
Nah, not AD. We're gonna jump into that in a second. Ain't gonna be AD. All right, so Howie, now let's talk about this LeBron situation. 5 teams. They said that LeBron is gonna have a meeting with his people this weekend, and he's gonna decide where he's gonna go. And there's 5 teams that are floating out there, the names, and I think we all are gonna probably have the same 5 teams. But Kendrick Perkins came up there today, Howie, on NBA Today, and he threw a couple of teams in that I didn't expect to see. So I was like, you know what? Let me ask the guy, because maybe I'm not thinking about a team or two. Maybe I'm overlooking a team. So that leads me to Howie Bell. Give me your top 5 teams you could see LeBron could go to and win an NBA championship.
I'm gonna go with the ones that we haven't been talking about, guys. But I'm gonna say the Boston Celtics. I'm gonna say that could be a place where LeBron James could end up at. It's a big market. It's a big team. They are already ready. Got Tatum over there. I'm gonna tell you something. They kind of built, and this is something I had to think about. They built for that. Whether it's gonna happen or not, I don't know. But they built to take a LeBron James and make a nice run, man. They get ready to do something with Jaylen Brown. They about to shake up some things that can happen. He can also wind up, quiet as kept. I know we got the 3 obvious ones, but he could also wind up playing with Kevin Durant. That could be a possibility in Houston. Could be a possibility. So, I mean, in essence, he's going to stay west other than going to what the obvious other 3 is. Golden State will be one of them. It would obviously be back on the East, though, would be Miami Heat and, of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Those will be my 5. I believe that he's going to Cleveland. I just don't see him finishing his career nowhere else but where he started with all their whole legacy and everything, it would be such a storyline for the NBA. I just think it'd be a better storyline than the Steph Curry situation over there. And I don't even think he could get to the finals out there. I think he got a better chance with Cleveland to get into the finals.
If you know what, man, I want to see him play with Miami. I want to see him play with Giannis. That's what I want to see. You know, Giannis and Bam. I think that team that he put together up there with Pat Riley, I think that would be an incredible team. I mean, I got a couple other teams, but that's what I want to see. Mo, let me see your 5 teams. Start with number 5 and work your way up to 1.
Number 5, I don't see. You said teams that he can go to and where he can win. Like if he goes there, they're gonna. I don't see it happening with Cleveland. Even if he goes there, I just don't see it because I think it's too much of a load for him to carry between Donovan and Harden. They don't win. They may make it to the second round.
Mo must be the glad because you're absolutely right because their defense is horrible. I don't see him going there either.
I don't see it happening there. Number 5, Miami. I was with Howie on that, even though it didn't end right in Miami. But you know, things can always be relationships can always be rekindled. You know, number 4. I'm at an awe with it right now. I want to say maybe Toronto, since they out there rebuilding. They got Kawhi. They didn't give up Ingram. You know, they got a few pieces there. They're not really a bad team. They're not a great team. They're a good team with Kawhi. Maybe Toronto. You know,
they did give Brandon Ingram. They did give him up. I don't know what you're
talking about. They did give him up. Oh, I did.
If you're gonna say that, then he go to Cleveland. Why would he go to Toronto and not Cleveland? That just don't make sense.
Because to me, it's a better chance for him in Toronto than in Cleveland. Because 2 players in Cleveland have been known to fold in the playoffs.
That's not even the biggest thing. Cleveland don't play no defense. We saw how they stood around against the Knicks. They play in Toronto has one of the best perimeter defenses in the league. So it's absolutely.
I don't know
how they beat Toronto in the playoffs.
But I don't have 5. But I got a curveball that I'll throw in there. Y'all may think I'm crazy for it.
Go ahead, throw it out there.
Philadelphia.
Okay. All right.
Hell no.
That's yours. Okay.
That's my curveball. I'm saying Philly got smoked by New York. They did. They got smoked. But look at what they did to the Celtics, who nobody saw it coming. Them up, down 3-1. You know, even if they stay healthy with Tyrese Maxey, you know, Embiid is one of the best, if not the best center in the game when he's healthy. You throw LeBron in that mix, Embiid ain't got to carry a whole lot of the load, man. And the last one I've taken there, the Pacers. Bringing back Halliburton comes back with Pascal Siakam.
Yeah, and they got that. They made a great draft too. They're gonna be up there too. All right.
Yeah, so the Pacers it's just a small market. Will he go to a market that's small?
I don't think he's gonna win the championship though. If that's what you're going on.
Jay, it's your turn. Give me your top 5 teams you can see LeBron James going to and winning an NBA championship. That's the key.
We know one thing LeBron Ramon James Sr. is this. He's box office. He ain't going no damn podunk ass Indianapolis. Ever in life. And he ain't gonna play in Philly, you know, with Embiid, you know, who only played 10% of the time. Right. There's no way he's gonna go to Boston because they already got 2 threes fighting for for shots right now with Jalen and Jason. Yeah. So ain't no room for him over there. So number 5 for me, it makes sense if it can happen. The New York Knickerbockers. He could go to the Knicks. Then it'll cost him no assets to get him. Brunson could actually play off the ball a little bit more. Put Bridges on the bench, and let Bron, be that starting small forward for the Knicks, and they would be more potent next year if they had him. Number 4, Cleveland Cavaliers. Just makes sense. He went there. He started there. I mean, they did make Eastern Conference Finals last year, even though they got their teeth kicked in by the Knicks. Number 3. Miami Heat, him and Riles, they had their thing, but time heals all wounds. I believe that. And that Florida no income state tax, woo, boy, it makes it real sweet. When that offer comes in. But more importantly, Giannis is there, Bam is there, Portis is there, a championship player, and the Heat organization is committed to winning. Number 2, if all the scuttlebutt is true, it's the Warriors, right? I mean, if that's what they're saying, I mean, to me, it's kind of crazy, but I love to see it kind of. For all the reasons that are obvious. But number one that I think people are sleeping on, the Clippers. Because if he really likes being in LA, the Clippers are already getting ready to get up off of Kawhi. Why would he not just keep everything the same and stay in LA and play for the Clippers?
Okay, that's his. Let me see. D Jones, give me your 5. What's your 5 look like?
Well, I want to go Detroit, Rock City, the Motor City, Motown, and
Little Windsor. Sorry, Big Windsor.
Big Win. But I won't do that. LeBron ain't going to no team that don't have another superstar.
No, he's not.
So with that said, OKC, that'll be dope. 2, Golden State. 3, Houston. 4, I had the 4th team, Cleveland. And 5, the Spurs.
All right. So I don't necessarily agree with you. All y'all's 5. Some of y'all have some teams I wouldn't say, but who we all gonna find out this week. But also, Howie, I want to bring this up because this news kind of predicates where LeBron is going to go. The news just came out that the Wizards are not interested in trading Anthony Davis, and it was heavily discussed for the last 48 hours that Anthony Davis is going to be packaged up and go to Golden State, and LeBron and him are going to go there together. So what's your take on the Wizards not interested and that they're not taking any offers for Anthony Davis? So Anthony Davis seems like he's going to be stuck in Washington. What's your take on this, Howie?
Well, that ends that fairy tale of him going to play, and Golden State.
It's over with.
That ends that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, news is developing by the minute.
Right.
Yeah, man. I that's what. And the Wizards might be trying to do something sneaky over there too, man. You know what I'm saying? They low key trying to, figure out how they gonna rebuild real.
Howie, they got AJ DeMonster now. They got Trae Young now. And they got Anthony Davis now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
they mixing up something in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? They trying to figure that out over there. They try to be in the doormats of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So, but with that being said, man, that says that for LeBron's situation. You know what I'm saying? Because he's definitely not going to the Wizards. That's for damn sure. So we already know that he's going to go. You know what I'm saying? To one of, like I said, D Jones. Hey, people sleep in Houston, man. He could go play with Durant, bro. That puts them automatically in contention, bro. You know what I'm saying? I actually think that's a better look than Golden State. You know,
what I'm saying? The point guard bad too.
Man, that's
Fred VanVleet coming back. He's healthy too, so I like Houston.
Yeah. Fred VanVleet. I like Fred VanVleet. I thought the Celtics should have got him when he left Toronto.
Hey, he's dope. And the thing about him, I'm telling you, man, Houston may not be a bad spot. You know what I'm saying for him. To make a run.
No income tax.
Yeah, that income tax. But Miami is incredible now. You go play with Giannis, that takes it to a whole nother. That's probably the best chance in the win is Miami. You know what I'm saying, to be honest.
So Mo, the news, like I said, the news was released that Anthony Davis is not being traded. Do you think that Anthony Davis news is going to affect where LeBron is going to go?
No, I don't think so. I really don't think Anthony Davis was going anywhere anyway. I honestly don't think, and I don't think anybody else wanted him but the Wizards. I think it was just all speculation from reporters and people within, just doing these shows. I honestly don't think it's going to affect where he goes. That's how I honestly feel about it. I just know, like somebody said, he ain't going to LeBron ain't going to Washington. He ain't going to do that. But whether Anthony say he decides to go to Golden State, it don't depend on if Anthony Davis goes there or not. He's gonna go regardless.
Great take, because 100% you're right. Because you're right. So Jay, do you think that the news the Anthony Davis news about the Wizards and everything else is affecting where LeBron is going to go or not?
Absolutely, it's not going to happen because one thing that LeBron knows is basketball. So he knows Steph can't guard, never could. Draymond can't guard like he used to, and he can't guard like he used to. AD makes that joining make sense because he can erase everything in the paint. So if you ain't got that, that defensive minded person back there, who can cover ground, and erase shots, when dudes get beat, then you're not gonna win a whole lot of games. So to me, I think that changes everything because I think AD was probably an essential component to him doing that. Because think about all the other teams that could possibly, we could possibly go. They all got dominant big men. So why would he go to Golden State with no dominant big man right now? So to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me anymore. So yeah, to me, it changes everything about that.
Okay. So let me ask you, D Jones, what's your thought that D Jones, like where you think about this?
Well, another team just popped in my head, but just maybe he could team up with his old running mate and go to Dallas with Kyrie and Cooper Flag.
Mm-hmm.
That might be something to look at. But then what Jay said, I don't think he's leaving LA. He might go down to the Clippers.
He might go to the Clippers.
He making too much money in Los Angeles with his brand, with his production company to really leave, and his family out there. And he's 75 years old. You know what I'm saying? He might want to just stay in LA.
Mm-hmm. You might want to do it. Mo, you want to say something?
Yeah, JD was saying they don't have no. Porzingis, he's not a dominant center, but he blocks shots.
Mm-hmm.
He on the shelf too much.
They kept Porzingis for a reason.
He on the shelf, bro.
He know how to get in there. He know how to block shots. He know how to grab rebounds, and he spreads the floor. So that may be one of the things.
Yeah, they brought back Porzingis and Al Horford. They brought them both back. So
yeah,
you know what
so
I mean?
Al Horford went to high school with me.
I'm just saying.
What he gonna do, man?
I'm just saying.
Me and Al Horford went to high school together.
Mm-hmm.
But see, here's the thing. Think about it like this. When you think of dominant big men, is Porzingis, defensive big men, is Porzingis ever mentioned?
No,
Does he even come to mind?
But what team has he been on that had a dominant center that won a championship?
I don't care. Listen, he been in the league a long time.
But I'm saying, what team has LeBron won a championship with?
Anthony Davis.
Yeah, okay. That one.
Anthony Davis, Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh ain't a center. He was a power
He's 6'11", man.
He was a power forward.
He played the 5 for him, though.
He played the 5, yeah, but he wasn't a dominant center.
6'11".
He did play. He did play. I mean,
played the 5.
He played center, but he wasn't a dominant center.
All right, but you're splitting hairs though now, Mo, because at the end of the day, he might not have been dominant, but you're right. But he did play. Chris Bosh did play.
All
center.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but you're right.
I played center too in elementary school.
All right, so Howie, this brings me up to the next point because everything is tending on what's going to happen with this. First of all, we talked about yesterday. We mentioned it really quickly that KP is resigning. Is re-signing with Golden State. But the news kind of got overlooked about Landry Shamet with the Knicks. Howie Shamet signed with the Knicks, and nobody's talking about that key component.
They had to.
Honestly, I didn't. And then he signed for cheap money too. He
did
$6 million. So he's returning to the Knicks. They have a couple other players that are returning to the Knicks. And to be honest with you, so I heard something today, and I was like, I couldn't even dispute it. The East got a whole lot weaker. What's happening with the Celtics? The Celtics got weaker. The Cleveland, we already saw what Cleveland looks like. Cleveland Cavaliers. You got the Knicks. The Knicks they brought everybody back, so now they're just as strong. You know what I mean? The only team that might give him something to talk about how is Toronto by getting Kawhi Leonard, because now he's going to play with that other kid, White Chocolate. Look up that guy's name. Not Brandon Ingram, the other kid. He is able to stay.
Scotty Barnes.
Thank you. He played. So now you got Toronto ended up being. They got better with Kawhi Leonard with Scotty Barnes, Howie. So
you got Toronto.
Are we all overlooking this, Howie Bell? Do you think the Knicks got better with or stayed the same? What's your thoughts about the Knicks signing Landry Shamet?
Well, let me say the Knicks re-signing him was a smart move. You know what I'm saying? The guy's he's on fire, comes off the bench on fire. You know what I'm saying? So that was real smart. He got defense too, and he can shoot the 3. So that was a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? But the East didn't necessarily get weaker. I don't think so. I think if anything, they got stronger. They got Giannis down there in Miami. Ain't no telling what Detroit's cooking up for the offseason. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The East didn't necessarily
the only team that got stronger. Every other team that was contending last year from in the top 5 all got weaker. So
But this weaker as to what? It's only been a month since you know what I'm saying? Like
True.
weaker. It's
True.
like the the Knicks championship trophy is not even cooled off yet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so we still. I mean, we
It might not
can't
be cooled off,
possibly
but
say, we can't possibly be saying who got weaker or who's not right now. We
It's
can't
still
do
wear
that.
champagne on that trophy.
But let me
Yeah, not right now.
the Knicks are returning almost the entire roster except for maybe one player, and they still working on that one player. Right now, the 2 players we didn't think they were going to return, and they both returned for discounts. You know what I mean? So they came back. So
let me say this to you. I thought Oklahoma's OKC was for sure going back to the finals. I had them pick to go to the finals. You know what I'm saying? They came back with all these same weapons, all that. They lost. The NBA has a serious parity right now, man.
Yeah, a lot of parity.
To repeat is almost, they're showing you because it's been 8 different champions in 8 years.
Bro, I ain't say nothing about repeating.
What I'm saying is when you say New York has got and the rest got weaker, I don't know if that's a fair analogy right now.
Okay. All right. Well, we can go down the list if you want, but I'm just saying, if you go down the list of the top 5 teams that were leading the East last year, of the top 5 teams, of the top 5, and Miami's wasn't in the top 5, so I'm not including Miami. Of the top 5, every single one of them got weaker. That was my point.
But Frank, you keep using that word weaker. I think it's a little out of context. It's been 30 days since
doesn't matter the time. Doesn't matter the
you know
time.
what I'm saying? Like, I mean, how did they get weaker? How do you get weaker in a month?
When you lose players, Philly lost that player, the one who came off the bench with the hair. They lost him. They're not sure about that. They have 2 players. They're not sure about both of their players, so that makes them look weaker. The Knicks look good. Celtics are not sure about Jaylen Brown. Chances are he's not coming back. The Knicks brought everybody back. You know, I mean, if you go down the list,
I'm saying is these are early moves that are going to be countered by other moves later on in the offseason.
But I'm not talking
about right now.
Right, what I'm talking about right now.
I think that's so premature to make.
Of course it is. That's what we talk about. Sports is premature. Of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, in 30 days, I'll be saying something different, but that's what we talk sports. Mo,
definitely will.
Mo, what's your take about Landry Shamet signing a 4-year deal to return to the Knicks? The Knicks got an entire roster coming back except for one player.
Mitchell Robinson.
Yep, they're not sure, and I bet you $1,000 Mitchell Robinson resigns. I don't see him not even coming back, especially the whole team coming back, unless they blow him away with some money.
I don't even care if he come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see.
First of all, Landry Shamet re-signed before he even hit the market.
Hold on, Mel. Let me just say this. I got a news alert. Tim Hardaway Jr. just agreed to a deal with the Miami Heat. Sharpshooter Tim Hardaway Jr. So
here we go.
You see where I'm going?
From the Spurs?
No, he was in Dallas.
Yeah,
he was in Dallas. He was in Denver.
Okay.
He was with the Nuggets.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He was in Denver. Yeah.
Okay.
Either way, he's a free agent. He just signed with Miami. So now they needed a shooter, and now somebody kick it out to John, and they did. But anyway, back to you, Mo. Finish talking about this Landry Shamet thing.
Landry Shamet shined before he hit the market. He just flat out said, I want to run it back with the Knicks. Big signing. It's big. And Leon Rosen basically got him for nothing. You know what I'm saying? 4 years, $24 million. He's getting like a little bit less than $6 million a year. For somebody that could have hit the market and probably could have got a damn near a king's ransom, you know, or any other team in the NBA would have paid him handsomely. You know, great signing for the Knicks. I really didn't want to lose Landry Shamet. Mitchell Robinson, we don't know what's going to happen because we have a knucklehead owner, you know what I'm saying, who already stated before we even celebrated that he wasn't going to go into the second apron. But it says that Cat may take a cut. But like I said yesterday, it takes me back to what JD said a while back. You know, it's sad that the players got to take a cut for a team to get for a team to be in position to run it back when the owners are still making all the money. You know, teams are taking cut, but a bottle of water still costs $12 in the stadium.
Jay, what's your take on this, bro?
I mean, to think back, you know, what Mo just said, I'm not so sure because we talked about this earlier. I'm not so sure that taking a cut in New York City, you're really taking a cut. Because I think that they got some creative ways, you know, to funnel money to you if they really want to do that. This may or may not. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro. These are the biggest money thieving people on planet Earth living right here, bro. I'm pretty sure that Shamit probably making 35 mil when it's all said and done. But I mean, Shamit, they had to re-sign him, man. You know, because Brunson is like a 6'1", 6'2" point guard, and you gotta have size. They needed shooting because Josh Hart is not a consistent shooter. He's all heart, you know what I'm saying? He plays great defense, a great rebounder, but sometimes you need that pure shooter that you can counter and knock down shots, and they're rare. So they had to re-sign him, and so I'm just surprised that that's all that it cost them officially.
So that brings me to you, D. Jones. What's your take on this, D. Jones?
Yeah, so during the season, I didn't watch many Knicks games, just the ones the Pistons whooped they behind in. So I don't like. I didn't know OG was that good. Maybe I don't know. Landry Shamet is that good, but he only averaged 8 points and 1 assist. I don't know the intangibles of what he do. This name does not be like, oh my God, they re-signed that. I don't. It really. I can give a piss about Landry Shamet.
Okay.
He shot 90%. He shot 90% from the 3-point line through 3 rounds.
We can't hear both of y'all talk at the same time, bro. Sorry.
Go ahead, JD. Go ahead, JD.
Yeah, go ahead,
He
Jay.
shot 90% from 3 through the first 3 rounds.
What did he shoot? 1, 2 threes a game?
No, he was letting that thing go, bro.
He was lights out.
He was letting that thing go.
He
good for the Knicks. Good for the Knicks.
And if he was to go to the Pistons, you'd have a Landry Shamet jersey.
He would be. He would have it with his picture on it.
Might open the firstborn.
Let me circle back to this news because this news is huge, Howie. Tim Hardaway Jr. signing with Miami is huge because I think that might be the thing that tips the scale for
LeBron.
Did Frank freeze or am I frozen?
I don't hear Frank.
Frank froze.
I thought it was me.
No, it's Franklin. Franklin, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Oh, now we can hear you.
Yeah, we got you.
I was saying, I think this signing, the Tim Hardaway signing, might be the signing that tips the scales of LeBron going to Miami. You know what I mean? I think that might be it because at the end of the day, that's all Miami really needed. And I think LeBron, as quiet as kept, I think LeBron was waiting to make his decision on Saturday because he wants to see what all the teams are going to do. And everybody's going to be done doing what they're going to do by Saturday. Everybody's going to be done. So now let's circle back to that, Howie. Tim Hardaway just signed with Miami. What's your thoughts now?
It makes Miami much more attractive for LeBron. That's for damn sure. They got Giannis, you got Hardaway Jr., they got your boy, what's his name, the shooter, my man, that scored all the points.
Bobby Portis. You got Giannis. You got Portis.
Yeah,
you got Bam Adebayo. Now you got
Adebayo. That's what Adebayo is who I was thinking. So they loaded, man. They loaded. They locked and loaded and ready. So that goes back to my other point when you say the East got weaker. I'm not sure about that. You know what I'm saying?
I said the top 5 teams that were in the East last year. Miami was the 8th seed and didn't make it. They got better hands down.
They get better hands down. And if they get, LeBron to come over there, that looks very good for them, man. You know what I'm saying? Being able to compete for a championship.
It looks amazing. So Mo, I think Mo. I said it before the signing even happened. I said I think LeBron should go play with them. Now Tim Hardaway signed with Miami. Mo, what's your take on Tim Hardaway signing with Miami, and what you think about this LeBron James situation now, Mo?
I think Tim Hardaway is a good pickup for Miami, but it doesn't move the needle for LeBron. I mean, he's a good shooter, but who you want to go with, a good shooter or the greatest shooter that the NBA has ever seen? I don't know. I mean, you got the chance to go to Golden State and be with arguably the greatest shooter to ever play in the NBA, to play basketball at all, with Steph Curry. And then he still got a sharp shooter with Porzingis there, because even though Porzingis in the dominant center, he spreads the floor. I don't know if that moves the needle.
That's a great point, Mo. But they also don't have Giannis, and Giannis has been an MVP in this league several times.
And they don't have Bam Adebayo.
And they don't have Bam Adebayo either. So
You're right. You're right.
and both of those players complement LeBron or how the way
Correct.
LeBron likes to play. More than
I was just looking at the shooting point with Tim Hardaway Jr. I didn't go into the other parts of it.
Yeah,
Because they just talk about. I don't see Tim Hardaway Jr. moving the needle for anybody to say I'm going there because Tim Hardaway Jr. is there. And maybe I'm a little biased because he used to be a Knick and he wasn't that great of a Knick.
But you got to just look at it one way, Mo. The style of play, the way people is going to play with the way the game is going to play. You know what I mean? That's what's going to decide on the way he goes and everything and the way he plays, in my opinion. You know what I mean? That's what I think is going to be the deciding factor of where he's going to go. What's your take, Jay? Where you at with this Tim Hardaway signing? Do you agree with Mo, or where you at with that?
Man, I love this signing, and to me, it definitely makes it more likely that like LeBron, would definitely give Miami a hard look right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like Mo, you're a cook, but you're not a baker. Cooking, you can finesse here and there. A baker got to be precise. LeBron's a baker. And he's looking at, we got this ingredient, we got that ingredient, but we got to have, you can't bake a cake without sugar. And Tim Hardaway Jr. is sugar, baby. He's sugar out there because Bron doesn't shoot it consistently well from outside. Giannis doesn't shoot it consistently well outside. Bam's a mid-range low post player. So you got to bring somebody in who can knock down open jump shots for any of this to make sense. And it sounds like this is the perfect situation for LeBron James to go back to Miami.
It sounds like it to me. It definitely, to me, it takes off Golden State off of the, number one, the odds.
Yeah.
It takes it off to me because, again, style of play. What's your take on this, D. Jones?
Hello, LeBron. Oh, they got Tim Hardaway Jr. Yeah. So what? I watched Tim Hardaway Jr. with the Pistons. He's one of the most inconsistent players out there. Yep. Every 8 games he gonna show up, but for them 7, you're like, man, put him back on the bench. This ain't we talking about mediocre role players. The last 2 topics. Tim Hardaway Jr. is, like Mo says, not moving no needles. Okay. This not gonna move LeBron. LeBron wants stars, okay? LeBron want the finest chick in the building, okay? He want 4 of them, actually.
D. Jones,
and Miami only got 1. But
no, they got more than that.
Wait, it is Miami Beach. So
can I say one thing to D. Jones? Can I say one thing to you? And I want you to really hear me on this one.
Okay.
When LeBron James goes to a team, the level of players who play on those teams that he goes to
elevated, bro.
They all. I think you're going to see the best Tim Hardaway's ever played if LeBron lands
or he gonna ship his ass up out of there.
Wasn't Tim Hardaway on that Dallas? Wasn't Tim Hardaway on that Dallas team that played for the championship?
Yeah. He was.
And was he any good?
He was.
He was okay. Yeah, he was okay.
Listen, when you
don't win championships.
When you don't perform well with LeBron, guess where you going? Up out of here.
But D. Jones, weren't you the person who just told me in Detroit that Larry Bird said that he would never draft a player who played with LeBron? Was that you or was that Howard?
No, that wasn't me.
Okay.
I never heard that.
Okay, so maybe it was Howie, but you know he was smoking, so he might not remember.
It wasn't me. I don't reference Larry Bird to anything, so I don't know what you.
That wasn't me.
So there's a story out, where Larry Bird, when he was a GM, he said that he would never draft a player who played really, really well with LeBron.
That wasn't me.
Because LeBron makes everybody look good that play with him, and then when you bring him in, you realize that dude really can't play like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's true.
So he makes everybody's life. Think about every dude who killed with him, went someplace, he got paid to go someplace else and just disappeared. Witness protection program.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
So I would fully expect Tim Hardaway Jr. to have the best season of his life playing with Giannis, Bam, and LeBron James if LeBron goes to Miami. And you forget, his dad is Mr. Heat, baby.
Mhm.
Timmy Crossover Hardaway. He grew up, born and raised in Miami.
Mhm.
So
He lives in Detroit.
hey, listen, he born and raised in Miami.
Guess what?
So-
He's packing right now.
He going back to the crib, bro.
He's packing right now, and he's happy. He's packing. I'm going home. That's what he's saying right now. His words is he don't even care if LeBron is going to be there. He's like, I'm playing with Bam and Giannis. My shooting percentage is going to go up regardless whether LeBron
Right.
comes or not.
He gonna get
Reminds
shot.
me,
He gonna
players
get
that play with LeBron are like coaches that left the Patriots. They did great in the Patriot organization. But once they left,
Romeo Cornell, Charlie Weiss,
Matt Patricia.
right? All them boys. God damn them boys. Ooh.
Horrible.
Horrible.
So who's the OC right there with the Denver?
Josh McDaniel.
Josh McDaniel. Man, they gave him 5 jobs and he couldn't do near one of them.
All 5. All right, so Howie, we got to talk about one more. We got a couple more comments we can make. Howie Bell.
That's a great analogy, Mo.
It was a great analogy. Howie, I swear them glasses, boy, them Clark Kents he got on, boy, they doing it.
Yeah, man.
That raises the IQ level about 600 points, didn't it?
Trying to tell you. So, Howie, Fred VanVleet ended up reportedly opted into the contract with the Houston Rockets. He's returning. He's healthy. I saw him on a podcast yesterday talking about everything else. He can't wait to come back in and do his thing with Houston because he felt too that Houston needed a point guard, and we all saw the game like that was one of their biggest holes in the employee they were playing. He opted in, so he's returning. What's your take on Fred VanVleet opting in to play with Houston and coming back? What's your take?
It's good, man. We talked about it earlier. He's a hell of a player, man. You know what I'm saying? He's a hell of a player. He's a leader out there. He's dope. He's consistent. I mean, that still makes that attractive for LeBron too. So we can't forget about Houston, man. You know what I mean? I got Miami is there, but you know, Kevin Durant is arguably one of the best players that the NBA ever had. So I mean, I already know that he's gonna bounce back. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have a better season. VanVleet coming back. Houston looks primed and ready too. So I wouldn't count them out as an option for LeBron James, bro, making a championship.
So Mo, what's your take on Fred VanVleet reportedly opting in to the contract, not taking a free agency because he had an option to go free agent or opt in?
I mean, he just missed a whole year, so he really didn't have much of a choice. He didn't have nothing on the shelf to say, "Look, this is who I am." You know, out of sight, out of mind. But I like Fred VanVleet. I don't know if you remember, Frank. It was a while back before they got Drew Holiday. I think they had just got rid of Marcus Smart, and I'm like, they didn't go for. I'm like, they need to go for Fred VanVleet.
Yep, you're right. I remember this well. Yeah.
I said they need to go for Fred VanVleet. And I was really, and even though I'm not a Celtic fan, I wanted to see him in Boston. I think him in Boston, y'all would have ran the table right there with Fred VanVleet. I honestly feel that, you know, because y'all didn't have a distributor. But that makes Houston a better team to close because Houston had no problem playing the games. They had no problem getting leads in the games. They had problems holding the leads, and they had problems closing out games. And with Fred VanVleet back in the mix, that makes him a very more potent team.
Jay, agree, disagree? Your thoughts on Fred VanVleet?
Well, we saw how Houston looked last year without him, so they're in terrible need of a point guard. If you got one already in the house that you feel like, you know, is pretty good, you know, and you're hoping that the surgery rehab went well, then you pay the guy just because. I don't think they gave him max money. Mm-hmm. So why not re-sign him, bring him back in, you know, chase LeBron a little bit. Although I'm pretty sure, like, you know, like we find these things out as the news rolls out, but I'm convinced that LeBron already knows where he's going. He knew 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago where he was going. This deal already been worked out, and teams are making moves right now, you know, to do what they said they was going to do to solidify it. So bring him back.
D Jones, what's your take on Fred VanVleet? And before we jump into I want to get an NFL topic in real fast, and I'm gonna bring white chocolate in a second. What's your take on this?
Now, this is the best mediocre player we talked about all day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fred VanVleet is
He won a chip as a starter, man.
no,
Word up.
but he's a good role player. Even as a starter, he's still a role player. He's a good role player. That's what they was missing, a point guard. They had KD pushing the point, and he don't know how to push the point. All he want to do, get in the block and turn around and shoot
Let
a
this
fade
thing
away.
go. Let it go.
So yeah, I think this is good for Houston. And you know what I'm interested in seeing? If LeBron do go to Miami, Giannis's brother and Bronny on the same floor together.
You know the funny part about that is
You wrong as hell, bro.
A
You might
boo
be
boo,
right.
a boo boo, or Tubu Campe, or whatever his name is,
Yeah, you might be
and
right.
Bronny.
Thanasis.
One's a food stamp, the other one's a WIC check.
Doodoo bags onto the Kumpo.
That was hilarious. Mo is on the roll. Yo, somebody, is anybody recording this show? Oh, a food stamp and a wig.
One thing to remember in the grocery store, they all spend the same.
They do. They do. But do you want to be caught with them when you're out?
Not on a date,
Do you really
don't.
want? Do you really want to stand in line with some bad chick behind you with I got this WIC check and I got $50 in food stamps. What's up, girl? What you doing tonight?
Oh, I tell y'all, it's the Clark Kents. I don't know where he got it from or what he's doing. But... All right, so I wanted to bring this topic
Those
up.
are smart glasses.
I wanted to bring this topic up because I saw it today on NFL Live, and I wanted to talk about it today. I'm going to talk to you about this first, Howie, because I didn't know what was happening. Like, you know, obviously I'm tuned out on NFL right now because it's NBA talk. But they said on NFL Live there is a real, true, 100% qualified quarterback competition going on in Cleveland between Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders. Everybody in the panel said it's the only one happening in the league right now, and they said the winner of that is going to start. So I wanted to bring that up because
we know who's gonna start then.
Yeah, that's true. But I was sitting there saying, you know, I don't know how they're going to do it, but what's your take on this? How what's your thought on Shedeur Sanders versus Deshaun Watson?
I love it, man. I like both players too. You know, it's good competition, man, to see who's gonna win this job. Shedeur, it seems like he should win it. You know what I'm saying? But Deshaun, I mean, I don't know, bro. It's pretty good. That's pretty good, goddamn good competition right there for that spot. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like Shedeur should get it. But we'll see.
So Mo, where you take at this, Mo? You got Shedeur Sanders versus Deshaun Watson. Deshaun hasn't played in White Sox. Have to tell me. I think it's 3 years, 3 seasons.
I'm looking it up now. Don't worry.
All right. So
it's been something like that 3 seasons. We all balked at the fact that Shedeur went so late. Anyway, we all felt that he was a first-round draft pick anyway.
Right.
You know, and Watson, I just feel like, you know, he just ruined himself. But I think Watson's gonna win it because no matter what, they got to pay him more. Do you want all those hundreds of millions of dollars sitting on the bench again?
See, that brings me up to my next question. I was going to ask Jay because that's a great point. My question to you, Jay, is this: if Deshaun Watson loses, does QB? First of all, tell me what you think about the controversy. But if Deshaun Watson loses, I think that gives Cleveland the right to cut Deshaun Watson. What's your take, Jay? What you think?
I mean, Deshaun Watson had the first fully guaranteed NFL contract.
He did.
So whether they cut him or keep him, hell, you know, they got to pay him.
We got to pay him.
So to me, I think he's going to be the starter no matter what.
Sure.
And now let this sink in. Do you realize Deshaun Watson is only 30 years old?
Well, didn't even realize that.
He's only 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still young, and you know, he's making a lot of money, you know, and so you know how the NFL works. The NFL is the money plays.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think they're paying Shedeur something like $1 million a year. You know, I mean, $2 million at the most. So Watson is going to get a chance to start. And now whether he remains a starter, I don't know.
And it's not even guaranteed because he's a second-round pick. So there's that too. You know what I mean?
Right. But they got to pay Watson whether they cut him or keep him. So they gonna keep him. He gonna play.
D Jones, where you at with this, man? Deshaun Watson, Shador Sanders, the only real true controversy going on in Cleveland right now.
I'm sure they both look great against the Browns practice squad.
Best defense in the NFL last year, man.
Yeah,
Not
and
anymore. They won't.
it could be that maybe Deshaun Watson finally get the happy ending he's been wanting. In football, I mean. I'm talking football. I'm talking football.
Yo, if you gotta sell Frank, if you gotta take any show to anybody who wants to buy this is the one show you need to take to them.
Y'all are the roll today. All right, White Chocolate. There's a QB controversy going on in Cleveland. Give me your 2 cents.
Listen, I agree with Jay that the money means that he's going to start, but you have to look at physically how is he, because I just looked it up. Over the last 3 years, he's played 7, 6, and 6 games, and in the last year he was 1 and 6 as the starter. And so my concern is, even though he's 30 years old with the injuries he's had, if he doesn't look right, then you can't play him, and they can't cut him, because if they cut him, they owe him $130 million.
Wow,
He makes $46 million a year.
that's horrible.
That's a huge salary cap bugaboo for them. They can't get rid of.
So it sounds like it's also probably the worst contract ever written in the NFL. Sounds like
That's
that.
Not according to Deshaun.
Great country.
That's a lot of happy endings. That's a lot of happy endings right there.
Deshaun got about 15 different massage oils.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Easy. All right, so we can maybe wrap up the show, man. We got a lot of stuff we want to talk about tomorrow's show, because obviously free agency is still it officially starts in actually officially started right now. You know what I mean? 57 minutes ago. Officially started. So we're going to talk about a lot of that more tomorrow. And we're going to take a look at the NFL training camps. And of course, we're going to talk about the World Cup, because now the World Cup are in the final 32?
Knockout round. It already started. So some teams it's already down to 16.
Yeah, so we have to figure out how we're gonna fit that in. We're gonna try our best to fit that in, and we're gonna talk about the rest of these signings and stuff. We'll do it all. Howie Bell, tell everybody else what's going on in your world and how we can find you.
What's up, hey man? Listen, I'm on my way back to New York City. Coming back next week. We're doing the Howie Bell and Friends show right there, 144 Bleecker Street, the Legacy Club, New York City, right inside of Smack Village. So July 10th, all my New York people, I need you to go ahead, get online, look for the Howie Bell and Friends show, July 10th, 144 Bleecker Street, Legacy Club, New York City. Mo will be there with them glasses.
Look like Frank gonna have to be there too, so we can do a episode of Box Seats real fast before the show.
Just go ahead and do that. They got a studio in the back.
Yeah, we're gonna.
They damn sure do.
Let's go,
No, we can do it in front of the live audience as they coming in. Do a quick little box seat show. You know
However y'all want to do it, I can make it happen. I'll set it up.
All right, yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that. Let's see. That was Mo. That was Howie Mo. Tell everybody out there how they can follow you, bro.
Follow me always, MOE_comic on Instagram. This Sunday, I'm at the Irish Culture Club for the Trap House Bingo versus Soca Bingo. Selling my bag, msbasic.com. And then that Friday, I'm out of here real quick, shooting down to New York City, Howie Bells and friends. Spread my wings and fly away, baby. You know what I'm saying? All my New York people, come check me out. It's at a Black-owned dispensary. And like Mike Shaw said, it's rough, but enough said.
Right.
Jay.
Hey, follow me at JD Hayes over at Fanbase, man. I'm out here with all these people, man. We cutting up.
That was filmmaker Jason Hayes, the comedian D Jones. Tell everybody how they can follow you, bro.
313 D Jones. I'll be in Indiana again on July the 24th, and now I'm finna go holler at Jalen Duren and see what's going on with my Pistons. Okay, I need to go find out what's going on with the Pistons.
And it became official that the Kawhi Leonard trade is officially gone to the Raptors. It's official now. So again, we knew it was happening. It became official now because of I just got the news alert because obviously free agency started at 6 p.m. White Chocolate.
Toronto, one of them other East teams that didn't, they got better.
Yeah.
So who do they get?
We'll talk about
DeMar DeRozan, Brandon Ingram. It was some picks.
No, they got Dick Ingram and some picks. That's what they got. They got Dick picks and Ingram.
Boy, this is the show. You need to run this on repeat every hour on the hour,
That's what
Frank.
they got. They got dick pics and Ingram.
Oh God.
So Toronto got dicks and picks.
And Ingram.
Miami got food stamps and wick. And nobody knows where LeBron's gonna go except LeBron.
Right.
Oh, that was hilarious. Dick pics. Okay.
Oh, man.
Follow me and Frank on Boston Straight Shooters on Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, that was hilarious. Yo, we out of here, man. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all tomorrow.